Hi, I'm Lynne with Softsquares. Today is December 8th, 2025, which means we're going to be opening Project 8 from the B box. And this is what it is. So it is small, but it actually is a project. So I'm going to open it up and show you what's in there. What you're going to get when you open it is a plastic bag. This is the wrong size. You're getting a smaller one. But it's going to have 3 pieces of paper in here, your little note, and a whole bunch of pieces of white, one piece of white and a whole bunch of pieces of red. And the white's about double the size of the red. So this is what you're going to be doing. Paper piecing. It's a little project of making this little heart. Today is a small project using paper piecing. If you've not tried it yet, this is a great introductory block. If you wish to make more than one, be sure to make copies before you cut into it. Use it any way you like in a quilt block, pillow, table runner, bag, sampler, wall hanging, and more. The daily video will show you how to build this fun heart. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. But let me show you what this is. So basically this is your layout, and then the other pieces are actually the templates. Each individual piece is numbered, and it corresponds with what's on here. And then here's your instructions on how you put it together. You're going to build this section, and then add them all together in that order. But you follow the numbers in order. You start with 1, go to 2, and it makes a big difference on how it comes together. So I'm going to show you some examples. So the first time I did it, this is what I got out of it. And then I decided to just make it, it's not a hot pad because there's no insulation in it, but just to back it. Now, you notice my heart's not very straight. So I didn't like it. I wanted to make it again. And Roxy has been helping. She's been making a couple blocks. So she made this one, and then she made this one. So you can play with it and put the pieces in any order that you want. The key, though, is to assemble it in these groupings. So put the groups, like I said, put together in the number order that's on here, make these groups, and then it tells you how to assemble it. And the other 2 pages are the templates. Super easy. Again, if you want to make more than one, make a bunch of copies. And this is a free pattern from Moda, so you can make as many copies as you want. This is called Quilt Block Just For You. It's an 8 by 7¼ inch finished heart block. Okay, so you are getting fabric. Let me show you what the fabrics are. You're getting 7 different reds. You have, and trust me, they are all different, even though they might look very similar. I wonder if I can do this better. Let me do it this way. I'm just gonna fan them out because I'm not coordinated with one hand and they're small. All right, so here's all of your pieces. They are all different basics from different reds that we carry here in the shop. And some of them look similar, but they're not. There's actually more orange in this one than there is of that one. So they're all different, very different. And the white is about twice the size, and you're getting ample fabric here. You can make probably a couple heart blocks out of one little set here, depending on how you lay it out. But you have plenty of fabric to play with this. Okay, so there is that project. Again, you could do whatever you want. This could be a coaster if I had put Insulbrite or something inside it. But right now it's just a little wall hanging, nothing to it, or a finished block. And Roxy told me she wants to make a quilt with all the different blocks. So that's her goal with that. And let's see what the elf has to say about this. So here's our envelope, day 8. The elf, it says, all I will say about this day's gift is be still my heart. And then she said that, and then in my head, I'm thinking to myself, don't go breaking my heart, because it's all hearts, right? And then it kind of looks like maybe a shattered heart, but I think really it's supposed to be like a faceted heart. It looks a little better when you don't see the funny ends. Can't go in the seam allowance, but cute, just super cute, so fun, so many different ways to put together, however you feel like it. Again, the trick is follow the numbers. Roxy and I have both learned follow the numbers. And let's see what the ball is for today, and then we'll talk about the quilt that's behind me. 0 or O, it's O for bingo, 72 is today's number. Keep track of that on your bingo card. When you get 2 bingos, take a picture of it, email me. Okay, so let's talk about this quilt that's behind me. This is the most cheating quilt I think I've ever done. It's basically a very long panel. I was in a fabric store several years ago, and this was in the clearance section. And it was one big long remnant, and I just took it. So it was like long, all long, 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 long. And so I wasn't sure what to do with it. And so I just sent the whole piece into my quilter to do it. And when I got it back, what they had done, oh, by the way, the back is this, which is part of the line. But because it was a remnant, it didn't quite have enough to give me a second full side. So I patched it, and this is just a quilt that we use on our bed. It's flannel, by the way. But anyway, when I got it back from the quilter, they had cut the panel in half and put them side by side, and they're the ones who matched it up. And it's kind of close to being crossed, kind of. And then they left my selvage edge open. And if you look really close to the quilting, which we're not going to, you can see that they stopped right here on both sides of that. And they gave it back to me with the selvage standing up. So all I did was tuck it under and then stitch on top like it's a quilt as you go. And then I added this little piece of fabric to it to make it work. And then I just did some straight swirly quilting on my own on my machine. It doesn't match the rest of it, but you can't see it at all because it just really blends in. I don't even know what I did because from here I can't even see it. So it's super cute, super fun, super easy. And it's something I very well could have just turned into 2 twin quilts and left it right here and just cut it. I understand why they put it together so that it would fit on their machine. They could just get it done all at one swoop. And I'll be honest, I'm glad that they did that because it goes on my bed now, where before I was not going to do that. And I very easily, like I said, could have just cut it down the middle. They left raw edges here. And that's it. So really, the only quilting I did was to put some sort of quilting up in this section, but I put the binding on it. So I did the binding. So that's the story behind this kind of homely looking flannel king size quilt. I guess it's queen. I'm going to show you how to make your heart, your individual block. Now, this is mine, and I just chose to finish it off and make it into a little square. You can make it a wall hanging. You could add Insulbright and have it be a coaster. You can make additional blocks, as many blocks as you want. Just make as many copies of this paper as you want before you start cutting into it. It is a free pattern from Moda, so you can make as many copies of it as you want. I have been sick the last couple days, and so what you're hearing is me on the mend. I'm losing my voice, or almost losing it completely. Anyway, here are the 7 fabrics that you're getting. They're all just different shades of red. I'm going to show you how you work with this. You have your paperwork, and there's 3 pieces of paper in here. One is the actual layout. This is your map. You don't cut this one up. And then you have these 2 pages that are of your piecing. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to actually cut out each of these sections, not the individual pieces, just these sections, and then get some paper scissors, and then we're going to assemble, and I'll show you how to do that. The supplies that you're going to need to make this will be paper scissors. You're going to want a rotary cutter, and I'm just using a small one, but you can use whatever you want. A ruler that has a 1/4 inch marking on it. Now this is just a little Moda tiny ruler that I had gotten, and since they're tiny little pieces and I only need this one mark right here, I'm going to use this. Not something you can buy though. Some of you might have gotten it. And I'm going to use a rotary mat, and I like this one a lot, and this was in one of the boxes last year. And on here it says templates for actual size, reversed, and include the seam allowance. So you don't have to do anything but cut these out, and then I'll show you how we sew with them. Right, I have red thread in my machine right now. That's all right. So I have stitched across that. What I'm going to do now is take this rotary mat. I'm going to take my paper and fold it back right where I just stitched. Now I'm going to use my add a quarter seam, or in this case, just this little guide that I have. And I'm going to trim it so it's only a 1/4 inch. There's not a whole lot to come off, but it will get bulky if we don't do it. All right, so now when we open it up, this is what it looks like. Probably could use a little bit of like a basting pen. I'm going to use this gigantic can. This is all I have near me. Just going to tape that down, and I'm going to do the same right here. Tape that down, tape. And now I'm going to actually cut around here. We're done with this piece, but then you'll get to see its final project. I can use this for all of that too. Oh, so close. I'm done. Piece A is done. So by spraying it or using your little basting pen, it just helps it to lay flat against the paper. And you need this on until you're ready. You're done. All of B is red. Grab whatever colors you want. I did find it a little easier to see through my paper when I had this here, because you're going to put the paper face down. And just like before, we're going to start out with 2 colors. Doesn't matter which 2. Just 2 colors. My line is here, so I want to go over like a 1/4 inch. And if I flip it over like this, I can see it better. It's actually a better choice. Except that was not going to work very well for me because of this being a small piece. I'm actually sewing on this line, but I'm trying to make sure that I have it wide enough. To cover from here to here on this fabric. That will do. That's good enough. can take this, pull it back. This is 1 and this is 2. Pull it back, do this. Then we're going to press it open. Finger press is fine, but I'm going to use the iron. Come back over here. And when we open this up, we can actually I'm going to trim around on this side because I know I don't need it anymore. There's 2 colors right there. Now I need to put this one here. Let's pick a color. Maybe I'll do this one. No, I'm really pushing it to make that one work. Let's keep moving on with different colors. So if you lay your paper like this, facing up, and you can see the red through it, that's really what's going to work the best for you. You want it to overhang. I think that will work. See how I'm stitching exactly on the lines? So I just did right where it told me. Oh, forgot my own thing. Pull this back at the seam. You just do the best that you can. There's that. And then when we press this open, now we can trim around all of this. Could have done that one already too. And there's my next piece. So in the end, we are going to be, well, I don't know yet. Let's see. 1 and 2 is here. Obviously, it's bigger than this. B2, 1, 2. So it's these ones right here. Go right here. Interesting. Well, this is so wide. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've been playing with this. But A goes to B. So, and obviously, you're going to offset a little bit to do that. Let's see if I can do it. I'm going to open it up. This is what I have. And that's right. actually looks exactly like what's here. White, red, 2 little triangles, and another one. That's this section right here. I'm gonna leave the papers on. Did I do something wrong? I most certainly did. These two pieces are supposed to be white, and I made them red. So I can fix that. And if it turns out okay, I'll show it to you. But that's it for the tutorial. I fixed it. It's a heart now. It's not perfect. Anyway, there you go. Tell me what you think. What do you think about all of this? To follow the numbers, make them in those sections, and then join those sections. Again, here's your section pieces. So you can see the numbers. They have all the numbers in there. Well, the bigger pieces have them all on there. The example doesn't. But you're going to make this section, this section, this section, and join them, and then join into this, join it to that. Does that make sense? And again, everything is numbered, and you just build it in the numerical order, and it actually makes sense because some of the blocks overlap a little bit, and you need to do it in that order. Ta-da! Well done.